Well, once again, it says we're live. L-I-V-E. Ooh, there's an ant. There's an ant in here. Hold on. I'm trying to change my information so I can make this thing go public. Let's see what happens when I do this. Stream information. There we go. Just try to change the there we go. Trying to change the information on my dealio. Let's see if that works. Hopefully that works. We're gonna find out. Yeah, it works. We're live. L-I-V-V-V-V-E. Once again, a super duper happy. What is it? It's a Saturday. Hope all is well, smelling totally hip and groovy in yo neck of the woods. Sipping on some coffee this morning. Yours truly had to go to work today. I was scheduled in to go to work, and that was all changed, man. So it looks like I'm just hanging out, sipping on coffee, trying to wake up. Evan bandwidth says it's not. Yeah, I've been super duper busy. Of course, last weekend I went and seen my mom, hung out with my mom, all that groovy stuff. I do apologize here. I use Streamlabs now to live stream to you fine folks, and it's telling me that my it's not receiving enough video to keep a smooth stream going. So I guess there's some buffering, maybe getting experienced. I don't know, man. And good coffee though. Interesting. So yeah, anywho, I'm using Streamlabs once again to live stream to you fine folks. Of course, last weekend I did some live streaming, but I ended up taking that stream down because I kind of mentioned some information about a friend of mine that I shouldn't have mentioned because I was really excited, and I apologize that I got so excited. But yeah, I ended up talking about some information I shouldn't have here on the old YouTube. Shriner Dog! Shriner Dog! Good morning, brother man. Hope all is swell, well, and totally hip and groovy in your neck of the woods. Good morning. I'm just hanging out. Chit-chatting. I'm supposed to work today. Supposed to go to work today, but actually, I was told that go ahead and take today off. So I'm not going to complain. Taking the day off. Just hanging out here in the old VW bus. It's supposed to be like 88, 89 degrees, 88 miles an hour. No, 88 degrees or something like that today. And so it's gonna be nice today. Oh no, man. Oh my gosh, brother Chris. My thoughts and prayers go to your family and your cousin. Especially, I am so sorry to hear that. I am, man. That's heavy. That's real heavy. What the heck was that? I just seen something that popped up, said time out. I don't know what that means. Time out. I don't know, man. Hopefully I'm still streaming. I better check, huh? Yeah, man, that's but yeah, anywho, it's like in the upper 80s today. Supposed to be overcast, decent day. So hopefully the air conditioner will keep the VW bus decently cool through the day. We've had some pretty scorching temperatures here in my neck of the woods. It's been definitely an interesting weather pattern this summer here in Oklahoma, and I'm sure it's the same way, you know, throughout the states, but it's definitely been an interesting weather pattern. But still, little update on the VW bus. I have yet to start taking care of that fuel leak. I just have so much on my plate, and honestly, I'm a stinking procrastinator. And I know brother Mark Fun Jones over there at the Mark Fun Jones channel told me not to procrastinate on my VW bus, and I understand that. So yeah, like today, here on the property I'm staying on, or not today, but tomorrow, sorry, I apologize, tomorrow I'll be doing some work around here. But you know what? I love living in this old VW bus. I do. I really do. But I honestly think my time which I really, ooh, that's a little bright, huh? Which I'm kind of like, have mixed emotions about it, but I think my time living in the old VW bus is going to start changing soon. I think I'm going to start gearing towards looking for, I think, but I am going to start gearing towards looking for an apartment or a small house to move into. Many reasons. I have many reasons for that. But I'm not going to get into too much detail because, you know, I like to keep lives private, you know, stuff like that. Because, like I said, I kind of said some things last weekend when I was live streaming, because I was kind of super duper happy about meeting a certain somebody and all that jazz. And I learned from that point on that before I do anything with YouTube that concerns friends or family, I gotta get it squared away that I can talk about my friends or family first, because, you know, it is public. You know, this goes to the world. So but yeah, I think you're gonna see some changes coming up in me soon, and that's another reason why I haven't been hanging out on YouTube, because I know my life's changing, and I'm just very mixed emotions about it. I have a lot of mixed emotions about all kinds of things, because, you know, I've been staying in this bus, been living in this bus permanently, full time now. I'm going on, well, it's not going on, this is my 4th summer. I started living in the VW bus permanently, full time, January 2016, when basically I started going through a breakup, a split up with my ex-wife and all that stuff. So from then on, that's when I've been living in this old VW bus. And now, you know, time has gone on. I have started to want to come out of this shell of being by myself and whatnot from the divorce. I'm ready to get out and mingle and all that jazz, and that's what's basically been going on, especially with talks about moving into an apartment or a small place with a certain person. That's all I'm going to say, a certain person, because I don't want to leave too much detail out and all that jazz, because nothing is set in stone. Nothing is kosher. But I figured I would go live this morning, because last Saturday I went live and I was talking about some things, and I had to end up taking that video down because I didn't meet a really cool person, and that person, his life is very similar to my life and all that jazz, and I was just really stoked about that. But I think my life is going to change with other things. Oh, Ox, good morning. Ox, good morning. Hope all is well, swell, totally a hip and a groovy in your neck of the woods. Happy Saturday morning, if it's Saturday morning in your neck of the woods. Stoner. This old stoner. Good morning, this old stoner. Good morning. Hope all swell, well, and totally hip and groovy. No neck of the woods. I'm doing well, Ox. I'm doing swell, well, and totally groovy. I hope you're doing good, Ox, wherever you are in your neck of the woods. All good in North Carolina. Cool. That's cool. So yeah, that's why last week, after my live stream, I ended up taking that down. So basically, I have not had a check-in or a video up since 4th of July weekend. Of course, you know, a lot has been going on in my neck of the woods. But I do live the van life. I have been living the van life for quite a while now. Full-time for 4 years. Going on, you know, 4 summers. But I have traveled all over this great country in this old VW bus. Spent many nights in this VW bus at festivals, amongst friends, stuff like that. And so, living in this van, living in the van life is nothing, you know, new to me. It's a unique life. It really is. It's not for everybody. It is not for everybody to live in a van. Just like I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, how the van life movement has completely gone mainstream. And, you know, a lot of it is because of today's society and culture, where it makes it hard to live, you know, in 4 walls, windows in a house and all that jazz, and have financial freedom in America. Basically kind of like that in Europe too. I think the European van life movement is a little on the different side than what's going on here in America. But it's similar, you know, very similar. Here in America, a lot of it's the younger, they call them millennials, just the younger generation, because they're finding out to have financial freedom. Today it's not, you know, possible with some folks, or a lot of folks, to have a house, a car, a job, and all that jazz, and have money to go do and buy what you want. Unfortunately, it's sad, you know. It is. It really is. So that's why a lot of folks have, you know, changed their way of living to vans or motor homes or tiny homes, whatever the case may be, because of the economic benefits of it. Now, here I am considering coming out of this, to me, economic financial freedom by living in my van. You know, being able to stay and live and save money and spend money the way I want to, because I have basically not too many bills that I have to pay. Excuse me, phone bill, you know, just different financial bills or whatnot. That's it. I don't have a car payment. I don't have a house payment. You know, I do have to pay insurance for my vehicles. I do have my bus I live in, and I do have a 2012 Ford F-250 that is a hand-me-down from my father. A hand-me-down. Speaking of hand-me-down, I had to use that word twice now this week. Let me tell you guys what happened to me on Tuesday. I either lost or had my debit card stolen. I don't know. I'm still waiting for my debit card, my new debit card, to come in the mail. So I'm on a limited financial budget every day, because when I set up my bank account, I had it set up so if I lost or had my card stolen, I can only withdraw 40 bucks a day until that card was replaced. It's just, you know, security reasons and stuff, which is kind of a bummer and kind of a drag because I can only use 40 bucks a day, but I dig it. It's kind of re-taught me a little bit more, you know, I guess, financial, I don't know. It's just been a little different being able to only pull out 40 bucks a day and live off of 40 bucks a day. Because, you know, in 2019, it's hard to live off of 40 bucks a day. But anywho, a friend of mine, she and I went and had some sushi on Tuesday. First time I've ever had sushi in Oklahoma. I've had sushi many times on the West Coast, but never here in the Midwest, here in Oklahoma. So we went to establishment in a little place called Mustang, Oklahoma. Had a great dinner, and when I paid for the meal, I just simply forgot to pull my debit card out of the little book. When they give you the little book with your receipt, and you got to sign your receipt, and you just leave the receipt, take your copy, all that jazz. Well, I just forgot to take my card. I took the copy of my receipt, but I forgot to take my card. Well, anywho, I got down the road, I left, maybe got 10 minutes down the road, discovered my card was not in my wallet, called the sushi place. The sushi place said I was not there. It was really weird. Right off the bat, she said, I don't think you were here, call back in 10 minutes. Hung up on me. I called right back. She said the same thing. I was like, ma'am, I'm on my way back. You know, I was just there. A friend of mine sat there. I got my receipt. Well, I get there, and they say I was not there, even though I was showing them the receipt. They couldn't find my receipt. I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna call the cops. If you guys saying I wasn't here, I got my receipt. I don't know if there's a communication barrier here. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna just call the police. So I call the police. Police come. Two officers show up. Both officers first go in. They were in there for about 10-15 minutes, come out, and they say they cannot find the receipt. They cannot find my card, they cannot find the receipt, but they said just shut your card off, there's no big deal. I was like, no big deal? I can't find my card. I know I left my card in there. And the cops were like, it's just no big deal. I was like, well, it's no big deal to shut my card off, but I know I left my card in there, and if I was to see that receipt that I signed for, that actual receipt that I signed for, I'd feel much better knowing that, you know, maybe, just maybe, my card fell out of my wallet from leaving there to the truck. So, well, one cop goes back in, and then the other cop stands outside and decides to run my driver's license. Why? I don't know. And runs my plates on my car or on my truck. Why? I don't know. And I didn't argue with him about the situation because I was just blown away about the whole thing, because the cops did not really care to investigate it any further. They said you really don't need a receipt, just shut your card off. And I was like, I understand that, but I know I left my card in that book. But so finally the cop comes out with my receipt, says they found the receipt in the trash, but there's no card in the. I was like, in the trash now? I was like, is that the standard protocol? Is just throw the receipts in the trash as soon as they sign for them? A very odd situation. I canceled my card, waiting for my new card to come in the mail. You know, I got myself on a nice little bit of a $40 allowance every day. So, oh well, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Drinking on some coffee. It's probably like right here, last cup. Hey, let's just call it the last cup call, shall we? Last cuppy call. Sushi, huh? Sushi's okay here in the Midwest. I love it on the West Coast because it's more fresh. I, myself, got the Hawaiian roll, which is not too bad. It was actually really good here. If anybody out there ever wants to try sushi, I highly suggest like a Hawaiian roll or like a California roll. You know, to start off, it's not so bad and not so bad, but you know, man. So yeah, I'll go to work this afternoon, work half shift. I thought I was supposed to work all day today. Just going this afternoon. It is what it is. I don't care. I don't care, man. No, it's not raw. No, there's nothing raw about what I get at all. I mean, there is sushi that's raw, and you can go for that stuff, but I would not suggest it here in the Midwest. But the Hawaiian roll is cooked coconut shrimp, and like a crab paste, like a sweet crab cream paste. It's wrapped in seaweed, which you really can't taste the seaweedy taste at all. And it has like a little thin orange slice on it, like, you know, like the skin of an orange, which was really good. So it wasn't bad. I liked it, but the whole experience was good, but until I lost my card. So after I lost that card, it was just like, nah. But yeah, the Hawaiian roll was not bad at all. It was very good. Like I said, it was her first time to eat at that establishment. She's only ate at one other establishment in Oklahoma, but we didn't go there. So I was sketched out. So if you're sketched out about sushi, just go for like a Hawaiian roll, California roll, something like that, man. Something, you know, that's gonna have cooked food in it. And if you're cool with seaweed, that's the only fishy, tasty, fishy thing about it. But when you have wasabi on it, wasabi sauce, it's not bad. I mean, you don't even taste the seaweed. Put me some socks and shoes on. We'll go outside and have a gander see. I'll take you guys outside and we'll go have a gander see. Like I said, today's temperature is supposed to be in the upper 80s, like 88 or 89, so it's not going to be too bad out. I don't know if they have anything wrapped in bacon. I don't know. Go outside and have a gander see. Bacon. But yep, I've been living in this old VW bus going on 4 summers now. And honestly, the only main reason for me to find me an apartment or a tiny house is because I'm ready to get into some sort of a relationship with a lady, you know, dating, you know, whatever the case may be. And living in a van is kind of a hard way to meet folks. Like I said, it's a little overcast. A little overcast today, so it's not too bad. Not too bad. Bacon! You guys are all about the bacon. So yeah, this is where I keep the old VW parked. Just an old car sitting here. It's kind of like it's the VW bus's car buddy to talk to. Of course, I have air conditioning. And I stay on my friend's property who lets me stay out here. Who's kind enough to let me hang out. Froggy! What up, Frogger? There's a froggy. That's a big one. We have a good day, Ox. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, it's pretty overcast. They're calling for some rain today. But, you know, on overcast days like this, it definitely is easy to keep this VW bus cool. So yeah, just a little bit of what's going on in my neck of the woods. What's going on in my neck of the woods. A little update with you guys. So we're just drinking some coffee, hanging out. I appreciate you guys hanging out this morning. Stoner, Shriner Dog over there, Shriner Dog Land. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I do. Of course, Stoner for hanging out this morning. This old stoner. I will see you guys when I see you. I'm gonna leave this one up, of course, because I didn't, you know, with divulge any information I shouldn't have divulged. And, you know, if my friend sees this, like I said, I do apologize that I said so much last weekend. You know, I was just punch drunk with happiness that I met a groovy lady that has the same lifestyle as I did do. See, that's what's weird. I keep saying about my lifestyle in this bus as a past tense, because I feel like I'm getting ready to, my life's going to change. Even though it really hurts me thinking that eventually I'm going to move out of the bus. I'm never going to really move out of the bus, but move out of the bus into something different with somebody. And that's the important thing, with somebody. Anywho. Thanks for hanging out, my friends. I will see you guys when I see you. Until then, be kind to one another. Love one another. Be grateful for every single moment and moments of the day. Peace and love. And always, Volkswagen Grease. Vlog over.